Hi, Clint here, Crimson Landscape, here to talk about your outdoor living space. Okay, so here's what I came up with as a conceptual sketch. I'm going to go through a couple renditions. Of course, we can adjust all this, but I kind of want to see the big stuff, and we can go from big to small. If you're a first-time guest seeing this video and you want more information, you can check us out at crimsonlandscape.com. Okay, now, I started with a putting green over here with a simple walk path that connects to the main patio. The thoughts behind this process is as you leave the patio this way, you hit the walk path this way and come around this way, then you go to turf. I didn't continue the concrete around because I wanted a bigger space for turf, so if you're standing over here, you could chip onto it, or anywhere you're standing, you could chip onto it. You certainly could be in the grass as well and chip onto the putting green if you wanted to. So 3 holes for a putting green this size, and we can adjust as needed. Also added the turf in the gaps here. We can do a gravel in the gaps. It does not have to be a turf. I was just doing it just for conceptual reasons. What we typically do in this scenario is we still water the foundation by having a drip tube through here to water the foundation. Rarely do contractors do that, but we make sure your foundation's watered because you're going to get a ton of morning sun. So we take that in consideration as part of the plan. All right, let me turn this way. Back here, I just simply did gravel just for simplicity's sake. The blue line is your actual property line according to your survey. We have to be 5 feet from this blue line to the post. So right now that post is 5 feet from that line. This would have to be 5 feet from that line just as a permanent structure. The concrete can go back, but the city has just a 5-foot rule for permanent structure. Anything considered permanent, but concrete is not considered permanent. Okay, large fire pit space here, or lounge space. I can cut a hole in the concrete so it's filled with gravel if you wanted some sort of fire pit. Fire code in Murphy, I think most cities is 13 feet from anything flammable, but you could do gas, propane. If you want to do fire, that's your business. All right, seating wall here. This is a super easy permanent furniture piece if you want to add this option. So it's nice as a permanent option. I tell you, at my house, people come out and they always go to my fire pit area or this lounge area. And you're welcome to check it out at my house. Okay, structure. This style structure is a really popular structure in this application. Don't sweat the pitch. The software over embellishes the pitch, as you can see. It's just over embellished. But we need at least a 112 pitch. We use a material. This is called old school rolled roofing. I think it's called SBS something. It's just rolled roofing. And this is actually a solid ceiling, so water doesn't get through, or a roof with ceiling. For the ceiling, we typically do either pine or some similar material that's stained to match. I did a back wall on this one that shows where we can put a big TV back here. I can incorporate light switches, speakers, other type things like that. Then of course your four posts to hold the structure in place. This is all within code, no drama in doing this particular structure. Come this way, let me turn around this way so you can see it from the back door. Sorry, I usually have it already set up. There we go. Okay. All right. So there's your structure with your lights. One big giant ceiling fan. Of course, we can do a ceiling fan underneath it. Okay. Now, what we could also do is if you don't like this structure, or let me come out one more way and let you see the structure this way. Option B is I can take this out and we can do just a pergola. So it's just a pergola. We could do synthetic glass if you wanted to. So it has some protections from the rain and gives you additional UV blockage. We could take off the back wall if you don't like the back wall. We could also frame and build the concrete and do all that stuff without having the structure. So we can take the structure out completely and you just do the concrete as phase 1. So, and we can reinforce everything to support the weight of the structure for phase 2. Then you have the kitchen over here. Here is the kitchen. I didn't install any appliances or anything fancy in the kitchen for the simple fact that until we get the concept down of everything else, it wasn't worth doing it. Okay, then the last bit of it I'll talk about is lights. Let me go right here. So of course we can incorporate some really cool lights to help with that. What we can also do is I can do If you didn't have a fire pit space here, I could do string lights over to a post right here, string lights over your putting green if that was just a lounge area. I could do string lights back and forth to your house here if you wanted to. What else could we do? I could do additional light, like I could do a lamp post over here if you wanted to illuminate the putting green. I mean, the sky's the limit. You just have to think it up how you would use the space. But essentially, what is important to my advice to the client is what's important is how we maximize the space. Meaning, if we add this space, we're getting 18 by 16 feet 6 inches of usable living space. That's a pretty big space. If we do this as a lounge or fire pit space, then we're picking up 11 feet by 13.6. And the last bit of it is here's that walk path. So we have a dedicated walk path so people know how to get around the property. The kids know how to get around, the dogs know how to get around, and it's that constant path. Then it's never, you're not moving or having to bump into furniture to get around as you enjoy your space. So, and you can certainly do a bigger table right here. So, all right, let me pause here. This will be round number 1 for the design process. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to your feedback. Again, if you're a first-time guest checking out one of our videos, you want more information, you can check us out at crimsonlandscape.com.